and welcome to a brand new season. That's right, a brand new season 2. This will be episode 0 here on almost the Fantastic Craft server. That's right, it is not quite the Fantastic Craft server. This is the Fantastic Creative server. And we're over here preparing for the start of season 2 on our survival Let's Play server, I guess you can call it, with all of our friends. And I want to just walk you through on this quick little intro episode to the season on all the different mods and texture packs and resource packs and all the fun stuff we've added to expand the gameplay and the fun we may be able to find. I say we go ahead and start with looking at some of the graphics, so like our resource packs and our texture packs, on what makes it great. But before we do that, I'm sure you've already noticed, if you have a keen eye, let's jump over to first person, have falling leaves. And if you know what that means, then you're one step ahead of most. We are on the new 1.24.5, I believe. Does it tell you here? Yeah, 121.5. One day I'll learn what the versions are. But we are on the new 121.5 for the new second season, and it's going to make I think a lot better gameplay, but we'll find out as we play. I still go ahead and jump into our graphical changes, our texture packs and our resource packs, and I got those open. Let's see if we do this. We can just come down here and open up here. Our first one here is fresh animations, and I'm sure you will recognize this one from season 1. This is what gives the villagers their eyes, whoop, and their expressions, along with, the chickens. It makes all of the mobs a little more alive and just adds a little more fresh animation, if you will. Our next one here is continuity. Now this one is going to be a lot sleeker, and it's going to be much harder to see. So if we come down, let's see. I think we're going to need a couple blocks here. Let's grab glass. If we grab a block like glass here, you see how it has these brims all around it? Continuity creates it so it's a single sheeted pane. And I believe I had this on for season 1. I honestly can't remember. So, go check out the episode in season 1 and let me know. But that's continuity added this season at least. Next up we have Raise 3D Rails. Now this is a cool one here. Let's jump back over and in. Let's grab our rails. And since we're already in our inventory, let's go ahead and grab our ladders, and we'll knock out 2 for 1. So Raise 3D Rails adds a great 3D rail realism here. And it's the same with our ladders. So if we just throw our ladder up here, let's go ahead and remove some of this. We'll need a little more space anyways in here in a second. But a new 3D ladder, just to add a little bit more depth into the game, as the original rails just aren't Minecrafty enough for me. And if we come back over here, that's our 3D rails. There's our 3D ladders. Crops 3D. Now when I was browsing, I saw this one. I thought it was a pretty cool idea. So if we grab our hoe, and let's grab some beetroot, and we just till up some dirt here, plant our beetroots. I'm not sure if you could tell yet. Let's grab some bone meal. Let's grab some more bone meal. There we go. And if we just look at this, is that not the coolest little 3D animated beetroots? And you'll see as we go through the season, all the crops are now a little 3D. Just adds a little more depth and life to a build. Next up, let's see. Where is it? Here it is. We have enchant icons. Now this one might just be better to show you here, because I don't know how easy it is to get an enchanted book. Let's see. Enchant. Oh, it does. Perfect. So now when you hover over blast protection 3, and it shows you that this is for, armor. And then if we do, I guess we can just look up in here. So this will be a density 5. It's either any weapon, or it's strictly the mace. Let's see. Oh, there's one for bow. Flame is for the bow. There we go. Bane of Arthropods is for the sword. And this just helps me out a little bit as we play, and I find, you know, enchanted books, because I don't even know what some of these are. And so this will help, you know, simply figure out what goes where. We have simple grass flowers. Now this one is very subtle, and I love it for that. It is these right here, and it is completely random as it generates. So these little flowers there, and it also has these little green ones here, and it does different things for different blocks. So here's a couple stones, and I believe it adds some for the sand too, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken, but it just adds these little flowers every once in a while, or stones, or just variety in the textures, just to give it a little less repetitive Minecraft feeling. Next up, we have low on fire, and I'm not even gonna have to show this one. This is the normal fire. Low on fire just brings it down a little bit, just so you can see a little bit better. This is strictly just quality of life. It is not much more than that. Flower clusters. Now, I had already prepped a little bit here, so let's just fly back over here. So these flowers here are actually one block of flowers. So if we just grab these again, you place it, and it places multiple flowers per block, and it just helps really fill in, so we have really dense flower beds when we build instead of sparse ones. And it works with all types of flowers. So like here's our poppies, and like, so like this one might have 3, and then 1, and then 3, and then that one might be 3 too. And there's a 2. It just really densifies it. It works with all the different types of short single height flowers. We're running out of time, so let's go time set 200. There we go. Just to keep us, you know, keep us in the daylight, because we're going to need some daylight. Our next graphical mod here is the default dark mode, and this one is, again, a little quality of life thing. It just makes it a little darker on my eyes, as I am more of an evening player, because I have daylight things to do. So this just helps my eyes out in the long run. And then we have Vanilla Experience Plus, and I believe this is just a texture pack that's a little bit different. And so I think this is a better way to show the difference between Vanilla and then Experience Plus. So it's not much different, but it's just a little bit. I think mostly it's just the resolution in the textures themselves. Even adding some variety. And that is what we're using for our resource packs, and I believe our... Oh, these might just all be resource packs. So the next up, we have our much bigger list of mods. Our first mod, of course, is installing Fabric, and that's a pretty easy thing to do over on fabricmc.net. Download the Windows installer, run it, and you can run Fabric Minecraft. And of course, we're running 121.5 for all of our mods this season, number 2. So our first mod here is Skin Layers 3D. And this doesn't do much. I, in fact, don't think you can even see it on me. Do I have any 3D? I do not have any 3D layers, but a couple of the server members do. Whoop. Let's go back over here. A couple of our server members do, and it just adds a little bit of 3D. I wonder if we can show. We can't show any pictures, but it just adds a little bit of depth to the player model with the layers. Next up, we have areas, and this is going to enforce our play area. We played with a similar mod in season 1, but now we're using areas to better manage this as we've expanded our play area. And this just controls where we are allowed to build and where you're not allowed to place items or, you know, be. Oh, did I open areas twice? Oh, this is collective, and areas needs collective to run. That's all this is. So it's just another mod needed in order to make the mod areas work. We have Armor Poser, and you can see here we have all different types of armor stand trickery that can come out of this. It's a very neat mod. Check out season 1 if you want to see some great Armor Poser usage. We have a Bobby mod. Here it is. And with Bobby mod, it is a great mod. So like if we fly up here, let's go up. I ran over here to this little island spot. just find somewhere clean to record. But if you look, I can hold down my Bobby mod, which my button is Z, and look how far we can look. We can look way. So like, look, there's some of those little white flowers from one of our resource packs. Look how far away that is. And you can see this is as far as my 32 chunks usually renders. And then our Bobby mod lets us look way out into the yonder. Let's go and fall back down here. There we go. Our next mod here is better third person, and I've already used this one quite a bit. Push F5 and we can spin around. We can also have it follow us a little bit so we can talk to the camera a little better, but better third person simply just lets us look around without the player being too big of a distraction. You know, the player, me, being too big of a distraction. Because I don't want you looking at me. I want you looking at the world and all the builds I hope to do in Season 2. We have Cloth Config API. This is used for the Armor Stand mod. Nothing too spectacular. Durability Notifier. We have this one now working for Season 2. This was originally supposed to be in Season 1. We couldn't get it working, and now we have it up and running for Season 2. Hopefully, I can break a few less tools. All this does is send us a little ding, letting us know when our tool is about to break, and hopefully we can save it before we lose it. Here's the Fabric API. Nothing too fancy here. I believe this is just needed to run, you know, the Fabric launcher here. This here is our shader pack. I am using the Unbound style. And then it is worth noting in the Unbound style here, we have one rule. Let's see if we can pull up, you know, diamond. Because we don't allow any type of X-raying or, what's another fancy word? Assisted ore findings. And so with our resource pack, let's go over to options, to our resource packs. Oh, not the resource packs, shader packs is what I'm looking for. Video settings, advanced shader packs. We're using the Foria shader pack settings. I believe it's under materials, the integrated PBR, glowing ores. And if you enable glowing ores, we run into a problem because it makes them glow a lot. And it might also crash my game. We're about to find that one out. There we go. So if we do done, get out of this. And then we do time set night. See how those ores glow? You can spot those bad boys from miles away, especially with the Bobby mod. And so one thing we're using that every player has to set is, you know, no glowing ores. So we go back into our options and our video settings, under advanced, under shader packs, under our complementary shader packs, under materials, integrated PBR plus, glowing ores off. And as you see, no more glowing ores. But beyond that, they're not too different from the defaults. But I like the way it looks. Looks pretty good. We have a few here in a row that are needed for the other things, such as like fresh animations, needs the entity texture features, it needs the entity model features, and needs the entity culling fabric. And so those are really, you know, required for other mods. They don't really do anything by themselves. We have the sodium mod. This is needed for a different mod. I don't remember which one, to be honest with you, but it is just required for, it may even be with complementary. And then I have Reese's sodium options. Yes, it is with complementary. And it just, you know, cleans up the sodium options within the shader pack. We have hide hands. And I believe this is just used to hide, what is that called? Totems of Undying? Yes, Totems of Undying in your hands. You know, just to help clean up the screen a little bit. Makes it more entertaining to watch if you're not, covering half the screen with a junk item. We have just to zoom, and just to zoom is what we use to zoom in on our Bobby mod. It's the zooming mod. Concrete is used for one of our other mods. Nothing too fancy. Lighty. Now, Lighty I've found super helpful. So we're here, and I mean, this is a creative server, so it's not the world's best example. But if I think I have it assigned to F7, correct. If we turn on the overlay, these will show red, means a mob can spawn here. So let's grab like a torch. Throw a torch. And green means a hostile mob will not spawn. So this way, when we're lighting the world, I'll see a hostile mob is somewhere around us. So if we light it up, go get him. So that all these are green, then we know hostile mobs will not spawn in the area. And this is really just used when I can't find that one little block that keeps spawning creepers. This is pretty much the only time I use it, because I'll spend hours trying to light a place. Let's go and turn that back off. Our next mod here, we already did all those, is the mod menu. And the mod menu is pretty cool, but not used too often. It's actually right here. So if you just hit escape, it's right there. And the best part about the mod menu, and the reason I originally got it, is over in the Bobby mod. You can go to configure, and you can set the max render distance to as high as you like. 256 is ridiculous. And of course, you see it requires sodium, which is one of those mods we had already talked about. And so the mod menu allows for you to go in and see all different types of settings for different mods. And it's just a great way to see all the different mods in one little convenient spot. It's been super useful, to be honest. We got not enough animations, and this one is pretty cool. It just adds a few fun little animations just to, spice up the game a little bit. Let's drop this junk in my hands. So if we are, for example, climbing a ladder, look at this. It now looks like we are climbing a ladder. And then if we are swimming, I believe we now have a swimming animation. Oh, if we're not flying. There it goes. Now we have a little bit more of a swimming animation going on. And I just realized we are still in night mode, or nighttime. Let me go ahead and do time set day. There we go. And then let's see what else we got. Just some fun animations there. And it goes with drinking and eating. I'll show you that in here just a second. Here is the physics mod, and this one's just kind of fun. I really like it as it adds little blocks when you hit the ground. So like if we do this, see those little block chunks that pop out? Well, I guess we don't land on the edge. And then if we break a block, jump up into first person. It just adds a little bit of extra life into it. And that's really why I like the physics animation. I'm not sure. Let's spawn a chicken. If it's set for animal deaths. Oh, we're not about to chase this chicken down. This will make it a 20-minute video. Alright, I don't think it's set for the animal deaths. I think I just have it for these blocks. Then if we go to eat, we go to jump out third. Just gives the hand a little shaky. Nothing too crazy, but just enough animations. Adds just enough animations. Or not enough animations, I guess. We have the replay mod, which is used for recording. And along with the replay mod, we also have flashback, which is over here near the end. We'll just pull it beside each other. The replay mod and flashback. These are both pretty useful in making sure that we get the content we need. So here's flashback recording. And then here is the replay mod recordings. And if you're going to make Minecraft videos, both of these are great to have, and they're great to have always recording. They don't take up much room, and it's worth having the footage. We have signed paintings. Now this one is a new one for season 2, and I'm quite excited to play with it. And so what we can do here with a sign painting is you take a sign and you paste in a URL. So like this one has Imgur and it has the URL for it. And you're able to adjust the painting just to add, some custom artwork, some custom signs, or waypoints to travel to, or banners for a house. This will really open up the creativity level, and I'm excited to see what all we do with it, because I'm sure we're going to do a lot of signs. Here we have simple voice chat. We use this in season 1 extensively. If we hit V for voice, here's our voice chat, and it allows for groups. It allows to set your voice settings and to talk to players within proximity while on the server. And it just creates a little bit more of a lively server, especially this season, as we'll have some more new players. Ambient sound 6, you've definitely heard this by now. We're in the jungle, so you hear some birds, some monkeys in the background. If we come over here and we get over the lake, we should transition to more watery sounds, whatever a watery sound is. We can go this way here, up into more of a prairie space. Cows Beach. It does. You hear the waves crashing. It's not much, and it's a lot better, when there's more than 2 biomes. Here we go. This one's a little different here. You can see here we're testing out I guess this actually brings us to a good point. We're testing out minecart speeds, because one thing that we ended season 1 with people getting elytras. Now, I haven't gotten one yet, but that's its own thing. But some people have, and one of the fears we have is that everyone will start using elytras. And so what we've done is we've bumped up the speed of minecarts to be faster than elytras. I think it's right at 2 times the speed of an elytra. Let's see if we can, knock this cart out when it comes over. There we go. And so now there'll be a reason to build minecart tracks and trains, because it will be a faster form of travel than an elytra. Just to encourage more creativity on the server and to add, something a little different. Next up, we have Creative Core. I believe this is just used for another mod, and it's not actually a self-standing mod itself. And we have Shulker Box Tooltip, and this one I've seen but have not gotten to use yet. So if we go ahead, and do Shulker. Let's grab ourselves a Shulker Box, and we can place it down. Throw some stuff in it like this. Well, I think we'll need a pick. I don't think if I just click it, it'll get destroyed. There we go. We should have it in... Oh, we are in creative. Oh, there it is. I got too many of them. There we go. So there it is. I just have too many shulker boxes, purple shulker boxes on me. But you can see what's in it without having to drop it. This is just to make the builds go faster, because a lot of the building is off camera, and anything we could do to speed up the off camera work, we'll make it more fun when we are on camera. As you can tell, we had a little too much fun trying to figure out how fast to make a minecart go. I believe that's it for all of our mods. Beyond that, I am pretty excited. Ah! Oh, look at that. Another animation. I am pretty excited. You could say I have a fire under my butt for season 2. and I can't wait to see y'all there. So I hope you follow along, play with some mods with me, and I'll see you in Season 2, Episode 1. Later. I almost forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I purposely forgot. We are still playing with the custom records and goat horn sounds, along with the locked chest mod to, prevent players from stealing items in your chests, and player heads, lots and lots of player heads, and no Enderman griefing. We have other mob griefing, so creepers and ghasts can still blow you up, but Enderman are a no-go because there's no way to stop Enderman from just eating your base. So, I think that's now at the end of the episode. Y'all have a good week, and I'll see y'all next time. Season 2, Episode 1. Here we come.